Hey everyone, welcome back to my shop. Uh, Lost my balance. Check this out. Put a new top on. I should have filmed it, but I didn't. I was just trying to get stuff done. The whole living situation I have, the location, I hate it. That's weird. And for some reason my light is on showing that I'm being watched. I've got a when your cellular signal is being used, light typically isn't on, so somebody is watching me right now. So gotta love the government. They spy on us for everything. That's weird. So the top, got it done, adjusted the fence a little bit because it was really difficult to slide. I ended up setting a ruler underneath this section, mounted it, got it set so it slides a lot easier that way. Cleaned up the table again because it got rust, cleaned off a lot of dust. Now it's cutting good. Actually, I got a new blade on as well because the old blade sucked. Anyway, trying to get these kitchen cabinets done. Got the base for it cut. I got this uprights, like 2 sides, 2 middle portions, and then I may end up having to buy some more plywood for the supporting brackets, like all the supports that go across, and then I will use the hardwood for the face frames. I'm gonna try to get this house done. I gotta move. I'm sick of living here, sick of Indianapolis. Just the same old, same old. I'm sure you guys are aware of it. So I'm trying to get this all wrapped up, and it's been a struggle. I was wanting to do, originally I was milling lumber, and I was going to use the birch, all this birch over here, the maple, but the planer, it was sniping real bad. I'll show you this. I'm getting a lot of snipe at the end of the boards, and then a lot of tear out as well. See if I can get this over here. The light, I can show this to you. So here's where it tore out a huge section off the end of the planer, and then you can see maybe where it starts to dip down. I'm not sure if you guys can see that or not, but just snipe, really bad snipe. And then with this curly wood, it's getting a lot of tear out as well. So I had enough. I was done, and I just told myself I'm gonna just use the hardwood or the plywood. I guess it is oak, solid oak plywood for the cabinets and get it done. That's what I've been working on lately. And then I broke the pocket hole jig out. I've got the Craig, I think it's a K3 setup. I got it at an auction pretty cheap, and it's missing the set screw right here, so I had to order a screw. It's a 10-32. I have a 10-24 screws. Kind of stinks. I actually went somewhere. I took this. I was like, hey, what size is this? Went to a place in Indianapolis. What's it called? I can't remember. But they specialize in all kinds of specialty bolts. They do a lot of semis, a lot of axle nuts, that kind of stuff. But they're like, yeah, that's a 10-32. I was like, I've got a ton of those at home. Why didn't mine fit? Go back home, for some dumb reason, I forgot it was a 10-24 and not a 10-32. So, but they didn't have any thumb screws. So I ordered the thumb screws anyway online, and I'll be able to get that set up and use this system, which seems to be complete other than a few pieces. I don't mind missing, like it's missing the clamp, but it's got like the dust extractors, some other parts. I saw the video on how to use it online, so I'm not missing much, and it's gonna work. So that's the important part, is it's gonna work. So I tested it out on one piece, even though I don't have the screw or whatever. I'm not sure where is that at. So there's the pocket holes. So it works okay. So you get that done, get these cabinets done, get the drywall refinished in the kitchen, and then I should be set. Do all the trim work. I gotta get all this stuff down, painted, cut it, get it installed, and then a lot of this poplar way back here is going to be the trim for the windows and the doors. And I'm hoping that's it. It's not going to be it. Sure, there'll be something else. Oh, the floor. I got to do the floor and fix the AC. Almost there. Just a lot of money, a lot of time. So hopefully get everything done. I've been looking at homes down south, and it's more than my house. It sucks. Like I don't have a mortgage payment here. And if I go anywhere else, I'm going to have a mortgage payment, and I don't want to do mortgage. I really don't want to. I want to be debt free. So we'll see what happens. I'll see if I can find something, but I doubt I will. So I don't know. It's frustrating, man. You know, it's pretty sad, because I quit my job back in 2018, September, October. I don't remember the exact month. But I do that. See, I'm going to do this YouTube thing and figure out what I want to do. Try to do the YouTube, create good videos, and become happier. That's my goal, is to become happy again. I'm tired of being miserable. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I want to be happy. And, you know, I've got lists and lists and lists of things that were making me unhappy. And, you know, eliminate this, eliminate that, eliminate that. And it was going to be a big process. I mean, the house sucks. I bought a house in the ghetto for $25,000. It's a $25,000 house. This garage is the best thing about the house. The guy spent $25,000 just on the garage alone. So, there were holes all in the wall everywhere. The paint's coming off. There's grease, painted over grease in the kitchen, and the paint doesn't stick. The windows leak. I had to fix those. Throw the caulk around the inside of the windows, the foam or whatever. The roof's leaked in a few places. I had to go through, fix that, putting some new piping in. It's like everything adds up. The house smelled bad. You had the basement smell. You had rot. The basement, it smelled like rot. It smelled like mildew. And I kept a dehumidifier down there, and it helped a lot. But the house still had that really nasty old house smell, and it didn't feel like home to me. So, that's what, new kitchen. I spent $5,000 on the bathroom. The kitchen's probably going to be $10,000. I hope not. I really hope not. The flooring is probably going to be $2,500, $3,000 because I don't want to put cheap flooring. It's not going to help I think it'll hurt the resale value over helping if I do cheap. And I don't want to redo the existing damaged hardwood floors. There's a lot of warp, there's a lot of tear out, and sanding isn't going to help it. Squeaks real bad, so you got to drive the screws through, secure the floor down, get the squeaks out, get the movement out, and then put down the LVT, luxury vinyl tile or whatever that's going to be durable. I mean, I'd really like to do the actual hardwood, or the engineered hardwood would be nice. I was wanting to do the milling myself because I've got the shaper, I got the planer, you know, the table saw, and I'd like the really wide flooring look. The old school narrow strips, for some reason, I don't care much for them, but the wider boards, I really like those. And I wanted to do some really high quality work on this house. I had a plan of doing like a modern look. Possibly, I wanted to do 2 stories, but I also thought about doing a 3-story house. I was looking at redoing the foundation, completely remodeling or like re-engineering everything, hiring a architect or a home builder to design a home. And the interesting thing about this neighborhood is, like a lot of other neighborhoods, where all the homes look alike. So I could have built this home, had a really nice modern look, done a double garage as well. Like, you come into the garage and then you have a living quarters above it. Like, sometimes they're called a mother-in-law suite, if you want to keep it like that. But once I got this house finished doing that, it would have been the nicest house in this neighborhood. And it would have all been done for cheap, because I find lumber at auctions for dirt cheap all the time. You know, I know the Amish sawmill, so I can get beams at 40 to 50 cents a board foot. Like, that's dirt cheap. Set it out. I could air dried it for a while. I know a guy with a kiln, and that's 50 cents a board foot. And that's a heck of a lot cheaper than anywhere else. And some of the building materials, like if you're doing beam construction, you don't necessarily need to dry it. And I wanted to have some beams coming off this middle of the house, extended out past to the edge of the driveway, so that the beams would create like a carport kind of a thing as you're driving down the driveway. Let me see if I can find some paper. It's a really interesting idea. So let me draw the house here. All right, I'm really bad at sketching, but it would have been something like this, where this whole thing would have been the driveway straight back to the garage. Nah, my wife's calling, so I'm gonna have to end this video, guys.